Now we'll be talking about how to mark out your zones on, just as I said, on the wave pattern where I said those wave pattern happen on gold, also on silver. It also happen on silver and CAD CHF, GBP JPY, and Bitcoin USDT. So this is how to mark out their zones. Remember, we have general zone on generally trading, technical analysis on any pair. Remember, we've taught how to mark out that zone on any pair, how to mark out zone on any pair. So now this only how to mark out zones on what? Gold, GBP JPY, CAD CHF, Bitcoin, and silver. So this is how to mark out your zone. I'll just be using H4 and H1. It's the same way on daily and weekly. Then we will be doing top-down analysis. That's when you understand. That's when I'll do it from the weekly to daily forward. But for the for the sake of this class, I will just be doing it on H4 and H1. So the F&R zone is also known as frequency and recency, which is frequency and recency. And recency, this is it. Frequency and recency. So it's how frequent the zone has happened and how recent the zone is. How frequent the zone has happened and how recent the zone is. And on this zone, we also have what we call the reversal pattern and what the continuation pattern. The reversal pattern and the continuation pattern, I'll show you guys on this class. So now let's mark out our F&R zone first, which is how frequent the zone has happened and how recent it is. So again, how to know a valid frequent zone and a valid recent zone, which is a valid F&R zone. How to know a valid F&R zone. So from this point, you can see here, this is what this time frame is on what on H4. This time frame is on H4, which is the 4-hour time frame. You can see we have what from this point, we have what a bearish candle to the downside, a bullish candle, now a bearish candle, and now what? A bullish candle, and then now this one is yet to be fully formed. So since this one is yet to be fully formed, now this zone is not valid because a valid F&R zone should have what? Two bearish candle moving, pushing to the downside, and two bullish candle to the upside. So that's make this one a valid F&R zone. This is not the valid F&R zone. And if you want to mark out your F&R zone, what you should what? Your first F&R zone you should mark out what is the zone that is closer to what the where the current market is. The zone that's closer to where the current market is, and this where the current market is. This is the current market. So then where is the recent zone that's close to where the market is? This is number one recent zone. So you take your trend line tool, you put it here, then you place your hand on shift key, then drag it to the other side. If you are using your computer, but if you are using your phone, you just have to use your IQ to push it to the right hand side. But if you are using your phone to make it accurate and straight, just if you are using your laptop or your computer to make it accurate and straight, place your hand on the shift key and then drag it to the left side. But if you fail to place your hand on your shift key, this is what you will see. You see as it's pushing up and down because what is a rectangular, is a trend line too. So because it's a trend line too, so it's used to what, to draw your trend line, you can see. But to make it straight, just use your place your hand on shift key, and you can see, you see, so that's it. And now where will now be, so to label it, double tap it, and on your phone, I think you can, okay, you can also double tap it on your phone. Yes, you can double tap it on your phone, or click on this setting button here. Click on this setting button, you see the same thing. So first on the list here is style. So if you want to change the color, or you can see I change my own to gold color. So you just click here, you can change the color and all that. Adjust the size of it, how you want it to be, which is the thickness. Adjust it, and you can play around all this one to just adjust it. Then test, come to test. Then what, first, this is what, how you see, this is how it will be. Then click on this place here, click on it, and what, it will give you access to be able to what, to place a test here. So just write your H4 there. H4 represent what, 4-hour time frame. Then come to this test alignment, so change it to the middle. For me, I want mine to be on the middle, which is the test should be on the middle of the trend line. So if you want yours to be on top, you can put it, or bottom, but I want mine to be on middle. And center, if you want it to be on the center of the trend, you can put it or on the left hand side or on the right hand side, just plan around it. But me, I prefer mine to be on the center. And if you want to change the number, the figure, this is where to change the figure bar, which is the price bar. This is it. Then press OK. You can see there is now the middle and what, the center of it. So this is what our recent F&R zone. You can see this is a recent one. Remember, recency and frequency. So this is the recent F&R zone. Now let's clone it. Let's clone it. Click on this. You can see clone. Clone it. So drag it what? Then where will be the recent one on the upside is what? This will be the recent one. You can see this is the recent one here. The reason why this is the recent one, you've seen what? Two candle pushes, two bearish candle pushes to the downside of 1, 2. That's make this zone a valid zone. And this also, if market fails to respect this place, where will market get to is the next zone below. And where will not be the next zone? This is the next zone. So where will be your next 4-hour zone? Let's clone this 4-hour. So this is it. This is it. You can see. So place your hand on shift and drag it. You can see this is, but for me, since market is here, I don't want to draw this yet because I don't want my chart to be crowded. You understand? So let me delete this. Then let's have just this and this. When market gets here, let's see what market will behave. Then I react. If it start behaving favorable to what I want to see, I react. Then if it's not giving me what I want to see, so I let it what be. So if market fails to respect this zone, where will market get to? This zone here. Remember what? If this it pushes up like this, remember the wave pattern. You understand? And then so now market is what supposed to come to this point. So if market what fail to respect this zone, market should come to this zone. And if market fail to respect this zone, market should come to this zone. And if market fail to respect this zone, market should come to this zone. You can see a frequency zone there. This is a frequency zone, like frequency and recency. So this is a frequency zone. So you can see this is a frequency zone. The market what respect this, and it pushes here, respect it here to the upside, and came back, it broke, and what, this one respect this one, it pushes up a little bit. But remember, a zone is not just a line. A zone is something like this. If you drag it like this is a proper zone. You can see the market respect the whole zone there. A zone is not just a line. You can see. So the market came back to respect the zone. and before tanking to the downside. You get it? So that's that. Then for let's move to 1 hour time frame. For now, we are just going to talk about how to plot the F&R zone. That's just it for now. So now let's talk about the continuation pattern. Continuation pattern. Yes, this is a continuation pattern here. You can see this is a continuation pattern to the upside. You can see this candle did not break this one. It is the next candle that broke this one. So it's a continuation pattern to the what? To the upside. You won't get it clearly here. Let's look for a better way where you can get it clearly. Yeah. This is it. You can see we are in what? In a bullish move. And you see one candle did a retracement. So when this one candle did that retracement to the downside, and what do you see next? You see what? The next candle you see here was what? A bullish candle to the upside. But this bullish candle did not break this one, did not break above this what? This previous bearish candle. You can see it did not break above it. It is the second bullish candle that what? Broke above it. That makes this one a continuation pattern to the upside. You see, that makes it a continuation pattern to the upside. Then now let's talk about a reversal pattern. This is a reversal pattern, this candle. You can see after a push to the upside, what do you see next? One single candle doing the retracement. You can see this bearish candle doing the retracement. And what do you see next is a bullish candle. This bullish candle fully engulfed the previous bearish candle. You can see this is known as what? A what? A reversal pattern. So in most cases, if the market has pushes to the upside, market will come to respect this zone near this top side. In most cases, market will respect this zone, then what? Continue to the upside. Why in this continuation pattern, market will not respect this one, market will come back to respect this one, the bottom side here. You see? So it is the opposite of this uptrend that you get what? The downtrend. Look at it on this one, down movement. Look at it here. So market is tanking down and you see what? One bullish candle to the upside and you see what? A continuation pattern. You can see the next candle did not fully engulf this one, this previous bullish candle. You can see it is the second one. So that makes it what? A continuation pattern to the what? To the downside. It is good you know all these. Just put them on your head so that whenever you see them on the chart, you should know that oh, the market will still continue to the downside because this pattern is a continuation pattern. You understand? Then this one is what? A reversal, or let's look for a reversal pattern for the downside. Where is it? Where is it? A reversal pattern. A reversal. This is a reversal pattern. This is a reversal pattern. This is not clear very well. Let me look. Okay, this is a clear reversal pattern. You can see a push to the downside and what once bullish candle to the upside, another one, this bearish candle fully engulf this one. So the next candle should what? Should respect the zone. How which the market reverses to the downside, it should respect this zone here, then what? Turn down. So that's that for that. I believe you've understand what the difference between the 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 reversal pattern and the continuation pattern. If you don't understand, just on our live class, just ask question and I will show you on our live class. So now let's move to the H1 time frame where we mark out our other F&R zone. This is so whenever you get to the H1 or to any time frame, just look, okay, where are we now? Where is the market currently is? The market is currently here. So just look, okay, where's the market currently is now? Okay, the market is currently here. Then where will now be my upward which is my support and resistance. This F&R zone, they also stand as support and resistance and demand and supply. Okay, what will be my support? Remember, support is what? That floor. That's your floor. Prevent you pulling down. Then the resistance is the ceiling. Prevent you what? Busting to the upside. You understand? So now where will be my support and resistance? So between what? The where the market currently is. So this is where the market currently is. Now where will be my support? So where will be my support? Now you can see this continuation pattern, this reversal pattern. This is a reversal pattern. We see one here and a continuation pattern here. You can see one candle to the downside, and then this one here is a continuation pattern, while this one here is a reversal pattern. So if this market is coming now, the market might respect this zone. You can see what the market, it came back to just respect this zone. This is the zone pushing the market to the upside. It came back to respect this zone, and see what the market is doing, is pushing to the upside here. So to mark this your F&R zone, this was supposed to be your recent one, this, but for me, I will not take this one. I would rather take this one because they are close. So to be on the safer side, take this one here on the H1. So take this one because they are what? Close. Then drag it to the future to the right hand side. So then double tap, change the text. You should make sure you label it, so that, because whenever you take a trade from 1 hour time frame, your target should be what? On 1 hour time frame. If you take a trade from 4 hours time frame, your target should be what? The next 4 hours or zone. So you understand? Whenever you take a trade from 1 hour zone, your target, which is your target, should be on 1 hour zone, the next 1 hour zone. And whenever you take a trade from 4 hour zone, your target should be the next 4 hours zone. Okay, so there's it. Then you can clone it if you want, or you just draw another one. For me, I prefer cloning or copy and paste. You can see copy and paste. Then you can copy and paste or clone it. So this will now be your resistance. So just put it like this, drag it, position it well. That's just it. That's just how to mark your F&R zone. So when we are doing top-down analysis, that's when we'll start from what? The weekly, the daily, the 4 hours, the 1 hour, 30 minutes, and then 15 minutes to look for entry. That's for a daily what? Trader. For a day trader. A scalper, start from 4 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes, and so then for a swing trader, I start from monthly, weekly, daily, and then execute on 4 hour or H1. So these are what? The valid F&R zone here, this and this. This is a valid one, but because they are close, that's why I prefer taking this one, because they are close, because the market might either what? Come to retest, yeah, might either weak on this zone, then respect it to the upside. So that's why I had to take this one. So that's it for marking your F&R zone, identifying a continuation pattern and a reversal pattern. So that's that for that. If you have any question, just keep your question on our live session. You ask and I will give an answer to your question.